Hi guys, hope you're good. Today we are going to be drafting our two-piece sleeve pattern. Just like the one that I'm wearing. Two-piece sleeve pattern is mostly for suits like this. It normally has two parts, two sections, the front section and the underarm section of the sleeves. That is why it is called a two-piece sleeve. So without wasting much time, let us go straight to our pattern board and draft our two-piece sleeve for our suit. Before we start, I want you to see what we are going to be drafting. If you look at this sleeve, you can see that there is a cut here. So the sleeve is made up of two sections, as I said initially. You have an upper section that runs from the side here all the way round up to here. And then you have the underarm section that is just from here to 3/4 of the back side. So that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to draft. Essentially what you need a tracer, you need a long ruler, you need your French curve, and you need your professional sleeve pattern. If you don't know how to do this, I have a link right below this video on how I did this, my professional sleeve pattern, because you're going to need it to be able to construct this two-piece sleeve for our suit. First, we need to get the eye of the sleeve, this particular section. So it's either you trace it with your tracing wheel on another pattern paper, or you simply fold here to the back, like so. Fold here to the back also, like so. And then just trace round here, down, 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 on a fresh paper. So right now I've traced out the eye of my arm. You can see that. Once you're done with that, the next thing you need is to measure your wrist to your elbow measurement. My wrist to elbow measurement is 27 cm. And that 27 cm, I'm going to mark it from this wrist line upwards, down there, 27. And I'm going to draw a straight line across where I've marked my wrist to elbow measurement. So now we are going to slant the arm. What we are going to be creating now is that underarm part of the coat or the suit sleeve. So for slanting the arm, you go to where you have your wrist measurement at this center line, and then mark 2 cm or 3/4 of an inch, 2 cm. And we are going to draw a line from this elbow to where we have marked the 2 cm. Just follow me along, it's quite simple. From this elbow to where I marked my 2 cm. I'm using another color so that it will be easy for you to just follow. Like so. 2 cm here. And then we draw the long line from here to here. Now on this back part, please remember to have marked your back and front once you trace it from the major professional sleeve block. From this back part, we are going to take in 5.7 cm. That's about 2 1/4 inches. Take in 5.7 right here, and then here on the front part, hope you're seeing me very well, on the front part you take out another 5.7 right here. From this 5.7, we are going to draw. That is the curve of the hand that I'm talking about. You're going to draw from there right to where you had the 5.7. And from here to right to where I have the second 5.7 centimeters. And then I join the lines. So you see, this is now my new sleeve. This here is the curve, my new inner sleeve. So now that we've established the inner sleeve, I'm now going to establish the seam line. It's just on that seam line we are going to cut out the inner sleeve. And to get that seam line for this inner sleeve, to get the seam line for this inner sleeve, I'm going to be taking in 3 centimeters on both sides. 3 centimeters here, 3 centimeters here, from the bottom, that is the wrist, up to the head. That's what I'm going to do right now. So I'll just mark 3 centimeters from the bottom. I'll do the same thing on the other side. And I'm going to draw the line to join it down from the wrist to the top. So I've done that. I have joined all the dots that I measured. So you can see now, this right here is your underarm piece for your suit sleeve. So what I'm going to do now that I've formed the underarm piece, I'm going to use another pattern paper and trace this out. So we just place another pattern paper and I'll use my tracing wheel and I'll draw it and then trace it out. And we are done with the underarm piece before we now do the upper arm second piece. So I have traced out the undersleeve. This now is our undersleeve, which I traced out from the main sleeve there. Now let me show you on the suit. This is the part of the sleeve we have just finished with. This is the hand of my suit. So as you can see, this is the part of the sleeve we have just constructed, this particular section, which is the under part. This is the under part of the hand of our sleeve. Now we are going to construct the front part of the sleeve. To do that, all we need to do is fold the paper. We are going to fold the paper right from this outer part of the sleeve and then trace this line. What I mean is just fold the paper like so. And then use your tracing wheel and just trace this part of the upper part of it like so. Good. And then when you're done with that, you now fold the second part on this second line. Please watch me very carefully. Fold it on this second line and then trace this line. It's very easy. Once you watch the video 2 times, you'll be able to get what I'm doing. It's not so difficult. And I'm going to trace this particular line. I'll use my tracing wheel and just trace this line. So you see, I will just join what I have traced up to the bottom. I will do the same thing for this side. I'll just join it. Look at what I've traced. I'll just join it like so. And I'll do the same thing for the opposite side. Exactly what I did for this side. So now the front part of the suit sleeve is ready, and I marked it with a green biro, not to confuse you, because there are so many lines it can be confusing. So this is where you're going to actually cut. This is where you're going to cut on your dress. The green line. That's what you're going to place on your dress. I don't want to put a seam allowance so that the lines will not be too much. But once you're cutting on your suit material, you can decide to put your seam allowance, maybe 1 inch or 1.5 inches or 2.5 cm. Now, it is good to notch so that you ensure that when you're joining these two, you'll be joining it at the right part. You know, I've labeled back side, front side. You need to label it, like when I cut it out from here. Like so. This is the back part, this is the front part. So I've labeled it. So what I need to do is to notch it. You can decide to use whatever centimeters you want to use. Like me, I'm using about 8 cm. I'll just mark 8 cm on the front side. Just measure 8 cm and mark it on the front side. Then measure another 8 cm here. And also mark it, the front side of the front part of the sleeve. Then on the back side, I will do the same thing. I'll just measure 8 cm and mark it. Let me use another color, mark it. And then on the back side here, I'll do the same thing. It just guide you when you're sewing, so that you know that you're joining the back part to the back part and the front part to the front part of the sleeve. You won't make a mistake. That's just the reason why I'm marking it. You also decide to mark it from the bottom up too. decide to mark maybe 10 cm or whatever you want, just to help you, so that when you're joining, you know that everything is okay. Ten cm. Another 10 cm the other side. And 10 cm on the main side. So with this, I have come to the end of this video. It looks a little complicated at first, but if there's anything you do not understand, all you have to do is drop your comments. That essentially is our two-piece sleeve. Very cute. That is our two-piece sleeve. We've come to the end of the video on creating your two-piece sleeve. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any challenges whatsoever, don't hesitate to drop a comment. And if you want me to be producing this kind of videos, comment also and let me know what you want me to produce for you. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next time in my next video.